It's Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. We are actually enjoying ourselves today. It is, oh my goodness, it's 5:30 in the morning. We started here. We started studying a little after 3, but we didn't get on the YouTube until after 4. And we were lazy this morning. We laid in bed and didn't want to get up. And I did an excerpt a little while ago that said, God said to me, if you'll put your feet on the floor, you'll get up out of that bed and you find you a place to meet with me early in the morning. I'll meet with you. And I will enlighten your mind. I will enlighten your heart. I will bring to you recall. I will show you new things in my garden if you get in my garden. So come into my garden and walk around and take a look. Don't just glance at it and don't just look at it, but handle it, hold it, feel it, taste it. What's in my garden is for you to eat and for you to drink. The Lord said to the disciples, I have food and drink that you know not about. I have food and drink that you know not about. He was talking about the Word, his Father. And he himself had put word out here that's food and drink. You know what's funny? I get up sometimes and I'm hungry. And I'm in this book. And I've been in the book for, say, a few minutes, 60, 70 minutes. And I'm talking on this YouTube. And somebody said, he just ate too much. They said, look at him, he just ate too much. He's burping and gasping and he's full and he ate too much. And you know what? I hadn't ate anything. I was eating on this Word and this Word got me full. It's like fasting and not being hungry. How do you fast and not be hungry? Keep your mind in the Word. Keep your mind in the Word. What is fasting? Fasting is when you go without physical food so that you can draw close to God. And when you draw close to God, you have to draw close to God in His Word. If you ain't in His Word, you ain't going to draw close to Him. You got to be in His Word. Fasting's a word principle. And you got to know what the Word says in order to fast. You got to know where the stop signs are, the green lights, the red light, the yellow lights. Where to be careful, where not to be careful, what to do and what not to do. What to drink and what not to drink. You say, you mean when you're fasting, Brother Peter, you can drink? Yes. When I first started fasting, I didn't know that. So I cut off everything. Food, water, everything. Then I found out that you could fast and drink some pure juices. For your physical body to continue to fast, you need to keep it liquefied. Otherwise, it dries up. A man can go with a long day. A man can go for, Moses went 80 days without food. Man can go a long time without food. Sometimes there was a fast in there where they went out without food or drink for long periods of time, and God sustained them. Some people have been in the deep, in the salt water, had to go for many times without food or drink. And listen to verse 15 of chapter 3 of Ecclesiastes. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been, And God requireth which is past. God requireth that which is past. Was there a world before this one? Did God have another world before this one and another people? That everything that is being done now had been done one time before? Do we have a great cloud of witnesses from another world that is with God? There are billions of stars. Those billions of stars, if every one of them was a soul, God's had worlds for eons. God came forever. He's been forever, and he is forever, and he'll be forever. You say, Brother Peter, you got a quirky mind. No, I don't have a quirky mind. I believe in an everlasting God. I believe in a God that was forever and is forever, and this just may be one of the little old worlds that he has fooled around with for a period of a few thousand years. I guess from what we ascertain in the Bible, that this earth right here, this particular one, in this particular realm, and this particular thing, it was made for man, for roughly, from what we understand, is going to be wound up in about 7,000 years from the day it was created. God spoke it into existence and created it, and then he decorated it and got it ready and put a garden here, put a man here, did a bunch of things, and here we are. The mind of man is so puny. If we think all that God has to fool with is this one little world, we better think again. There are multi-trillions of stars in the galaxy, and God knows the name of every one, and not only that, he knows every sparrow that falls on this earth around the world. He knows the number of every hair on each person's head. Why would you say that, Brother Peter? Why would you talk like that? Why would you think like that? Because God said so. But I want to tell you another thing. There isn't anything that God doesn't know. He knows how many hairs is in that nose. He put them there. You want to do a little discovery for yourself? Pull a nose hair, put it under a microscope, and see how many little hairs is off from that one hair. Special hair in your nose, you know. I can tell you another thing, too. You got something in your nose that can kill you. It's called staph infection. Where is it? In the follicle of a hair in your nose, you can pull it out and cause yourself to have staph infection in your body, because staph infection is contained in that nose hair. Wow. You mean you got one hair in your nose that could kill your body? Exactly right. You could kill your body by pulling your nose hair, and you could get in real trouble. Isn't that something? And so, look, God made us fine. He made fine-tuned bodies. And there is no problem with the body that God made. He made it wonderfully and fitly put together. And we're going to get back in chapter 3 of Ecclesiastes in a minute. We've been in it about 30, 40 minutes and haven't got down to only to verse 15. But the Lord's reopening a new door for me today in a chapter that I've read many, many times, and I'm seeing new things in it this day. And you can see them with me if you will pay attention. Get your book out and follow on.